Hi, everybody. We are about to get started. So just please, if you want to for the presentation, it's probably a good idea to turn off your video, or we will turn everyone's video off just because we'll be watching the slides and we're talking about the compensation plan. So we don't really need to be distracted watching everybody's video. So I'm going to ask Han if he wouldn't mind making sure that he can mute everybody's video for this. And as people are joining us, welcome to our PartnerCo Plan A and B Explained, which is very important for our region because we have both. And as people are starting to build in the United States or Europe or Australia or Korea or Vietnam or Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, you need to know what is the difference between these two plans and how best to maximize your business. So I think what we are going to do is I'm going to minimize this. So I will leave it up to Juan, if you could make sure that everybody has their videos turned off and also they are muted for this presentation. Once we're finished, if you have questions, please write them in the chat. We might not get to them today. To answer your questions, I'll take a quick look at the end. However, we will send you the answer, or your general manager will get in touch with you and share the answer to your question. But hopefully, as you're asking the questions, I would like to answer them. So my name is Lucy West. I'm the interim vice president for Asia Pacific. I'm also the vice president of field development for PartnerCo. I've been in the industry for 36 years, started when I was 27, so you can figure out. I'm a great believer in our products and definitely love when we have all of our presentations about our nutraceuticals, and I understand how important nutrition is. But part of that is if you find a product that you love and then you just immediately start sharing that product, doesn't that make sense that there's a great business to go with that? So with that being said, for all of you who are on with me right now, welcome. And as everyone else joins, we just ask that you turn off your microphone, turn off your video for the next 30 minutes while we go through this compensation plan. So creating financial freedom depends on individual and team efforts. It's rarely one person by themselves because you can't do this without enrolling people. And it's rarely the team. That would be like having an orchestra without a conductor. They may all be professionals. They may all be really good at what they do, but somebody has to bring them together and make phenomenal music. Comes from belief in the business. So your mindset about how you feel about MLM, direct sales, multi-level marketing, that you have to believe that this can be the road to your success. So you need to find cases of people who are being successful. One of the parts that I love about PartnerCo is that so many people, when they first join, can make a decent income. Many companies don't do that. They have very little on the front end and everything is on the back end. The reason we have an award-winning comp plan is it's balanced. It also encourages you to build and rewards you for certain behaviors. So maybe some of you, with a little bit of tweaking to how you build your business, will actually make more on the compensation plan. And then, of course, the products. I would think that most people will start with the products, receiving a bottle of Noni or whatever products you have available in your country. That belief, the feeling better, people asking you why you look so healthy, why you look better, why you've lost weight, whatever it is, the product that you're promoting, that belief sometimes is enough for people to start a business. Financial, you never know when you're talking to someone who's just lost their job or just left or just retired, needs something to do. Financial plays a huge role. So when we're giving somebody a complete presentation, which is our opportunity PowerPoint, which is not what I am showing you this evening, I'm actually going through the detail of our comp plan. But the reason you want to present products and opportunity and why we have an opportunity is you never know who's out there and they go, wow, this is what I was looking for. When I was 27 years old, I decided that I was working as a teacher and I had 3 little kids and it was too much. So I went home and I was living in Spain. And a neighbor came over and knocked on my door and said, I have something I think you might be interested in. And so, yes, was I looking for a business? Not really. I decided to stay home. Did I need more money? Absolutely. So it was that combination that got me to take a look. And then I loved the weekly meetings. It was my escape from the house. So you don't know. So I'm just saying your job is to be a great presenter, present all the opportunities. We are in the door opening business. And as you're talking to someone face to face, it's easier to see how they react than obviously doing a Zoom, but you can do it on a Zoom as long as you both have your camera on and you can see if what you're saying makes sense or if what you're saying is too much information. Health goals. You don't know who's just been diagnosed as a diabetic or who's just, gotten over a very bad cold, COVID, whatever it is. But there is reasons why some people decide to take a look at our products that then start a phenomenal business. I would think most of the people in Asia Pacific who's been with us for over 2 or 3 years most likely started because of the product, because of their loyalty to Tahitian Noni. They now have an opportunity to build a massive global business. So your also success comes from the time you put into your business, your willingness to learn, willingness to share. Experience plays a big role. If you come from another company and you've got that experience, that all helps. However, we do it a little differently here at PartnerCo. Social media skills, especially now, 2024, they help. Drive. That drive and vision, they almost go hand in hand. If you think about times you have thought about something that you want a new dress, you want a new sports coat, you imagine what you're going to look for, what color it's going to be, how you're going to look in it. That vision drives you to take action to want to make a purchase. So your vision in PartnerCo, and it's all right to want a big vision. You do not have to keep it small, but that is the drive that it's going to take to get you there. From the people who say no, from the days that you don't feel rejected to the days that you have people say yes. So your drive is really important. People skills help, liking people, but I have seen people who don't have people skills who have learned to be appropriate and build a business. But I think most of the people that I've met have tremendous people skills. I can see why you're successful at PartnerCo. The ability to keep learning and improving skills. I think that would be being mentored. You're learning from someone who knows what they're doing. And I think a lot of people join and they want to do it their way. Well, there's a certain creativity. However, if you look at a professional musician, they learn one line on a song and they do it over and over and over and over again. It is all technical. Then they get to learn the whole piece of music, playing with other instruments and everything. When they're so good at what they do, then you can be creative and create your own music and do different versions of it. But when you're learning, you really want to go through the basics, learn a structure, build on it, be so good at that you can build on it. So for me, your number one skill is your presentation skills. So I would just keep doing opportunity presentations with a PowerPoint till you really feel comfortable with it and you know what you're doing. Also, a lot of people ask you, well, tell me about this PartnerCo compensation plan. So here's what you can say, and you can do a screenshot if you want. We have an award-winning multi-line compensation plan with a 50-50 split commission structure. That means 50% goes to the company for the research and development and all of the expenses that the company has, and profits in there too. And 50% goes back to our partners. And that is also partly to do with what we pay out in the way of the compensation plan. that I know is very, very generous from looking at how much we pay out every month. The second part is the trips, going to Tahiti or going to our regional incentive trips, or at the moment, most of you have a promotion to go to PXP in Japan and you're very motivated back that there. So anyway, to be accurate about what is our compensation plan, it is a multi-line. It's not a hybrid. It's not a unilevel. It is multi-line, and it's important that you use the word multi-line compensation plan with a 50-50 split. I also think before you get started, it's important to know about your brand new partner. So what is the prospect looking for? What is the person you're talking to looking for? What's the biggest fear? If somebody's just being diagnosed as a diabetic, they're probably their health is the biggest fear. If somebody's just lost their job, maybe money is the biggest fear. Maybe their family's all moved out and they're by themselves, so being alone. But whatever the biggest fear is, there is a lot of things that in our particular industry we can address. And that's what I love about network marketing, is that you're not alone. You'll never feel lonely. There's always a webinar you can get on. You can build a team. You can feel needed, and you can be a part of that. But you can also be incredibly successful financially or help people with their health if you like helping people. But all of these things, as you're talking to someone, that fear, what's their biggest dream? I was with a friend the other day, and we'd just gone over this compensation plan. And I said, well, what is the biggest dream that somebody wants? And that helped them determine that they wanted to start with an ultimate package. See, if you have a big dream and you want to start accomplishing that dream in a couple of months, you can't be on the slow road because you yourself have been doing this slowly for 3 or 4 years. You need to help people who are joining meet their goals. That is your job as a brand partner. So understanding what people's fear, their dream, and what would show them that the business works. And you should be taking notes. This is really important because you will have lots of prospects and it's hard to keep them all, like who is what. So I think definitely keeping notes, keeping them on your laptop, on your phone, wherever you want to, because your job is to make sure that you're trying to meet them. If they have a fear, you're trying to say, look where you are at. If they have a big dream, how are they in progress to meeting the dream? What more should they do? What are they not doing to help get them there? And if they've said they wanted to make $200 a month for the first 3 months, are they making it? Can you call them and say, all right, let's go to the next level? So a professional from the industry, this is not mine, as again, I've been in the industry a long time. We've hired many consultants along the way. Hers was, you need to know when you meet a new prospect, how many hours a week can they work the business? Meeting with someone does not mean they're going to be full-time. They want to be a millionaire tomorrow. Those are very passé, and that's not how network marketing works now. Most people, if they're already who you meet, are probably already have a job. So they probably are going to tell you that they've got 5 or 10 hours a week they can work a business. And it's your job to help them define what it is that they need to be doing during those 10 hours. How much would they like to make monthly? Once you know how much somebody wants to make monthly, the next question is in what time frame? So if they want to make, I think it was the person we were talking to the other day, wanted to be making $5,000 a month within a year. Now you can back into a plan and create a plan once you understand our compensation plan and how that can work for someone. But now you know what you need to accomplish so that you can show that person that the business does work. This is what we needed to do. Or you can explain why they didn't achieve their goals, because instead of working 10 hours a week, they were working 5 or something like that. But this is all accountability, but it's all really a numbers game. The more presentations you make, the more people that you talk to. And when you talk to people, making sure that you never forget about referrals. Referrals are something extraordinarily high, like 40% of people's business. So that means you're talking to someone, maybe doing a presentation, and then they may not join your business, but you never forget to ask them, I'm starting my business. I'm building my business. Do you know anybody who could be interested or who needs these products? You know, and I mean, some people give them gifts, some people give them a thank you, but people always like to help, and people know people. And an introduction from a person is much better than a cold lead. We have this brand new PartnerCo one sheet that will be in the Share apps, and I will send it out to all of the general managers to have them translate it. I use this piece if I'm talking to somebody that I know, because I've been in the industry a long time, and they say, who's Darren? Who's John? I send this. And there at the same time talks about the unique opportunity, the 8 ways to get paid, the company facts. It's really important that we are all consistent when we're talking about company facts. Some people say we made half a billion, this, that, and the other. Basically, we can document that in 2022, we made 280 million. And then, of course, we did way better in 2023. And as we pull those numbers and we have to publish them anyway, then we will update those numbers. But still, 280 million a year, we're competing with companies that make 40 million, 56 million a year. Take a deep breath. And they're telling us how amazing their company is, blah, 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 blah. I'm going like, we did 280 million plus in 2022, 2023. That means we have a massive base. That means we can build a massive company on that base. The other part about it is it means that a lot of people are getting paid, and we're also stable. We're over that threatening, like most company gets to like 50, 60 and things start falling apart because their payout is not under control. So we are profitable. We are putting in a lot of structure. We have this massive base. I'm excited. And I think any of you who are in Asia Pacific listening to this right now know that we're growing. Very exciting time to be with PartnerCo. So this is the front side of the one sheet. This is the back side. Goes over the products, has a few of the icons. And then, of course, the question that everybody asks is, what countries are you in? So here's a list of our countries. Some of them have offices. We're still updating this and switching it around. And sometimes, you know, we've removed offices and some, but we basically, if they're on here, we have on the ground product that we deliver in that country. We don't have all the products in all countries. That's coming, but we have a license, and or we have a business license, and we have warehouses. So it's pretty exciting that we have the possibility, because with social media, it's very hard to have a hard stop on a country. It just goes everywhere. People get online. I know in Australia right now, there's a large group building in the United States. I know that Korea is reaching out to some people in China. So, you know, and then we have Japan. So all over the place. I know that one of our big leaders in Australia is also from Thailand. So these are things that you can't stop, that start to grow. So we just need to be excited about what we have, and this will be coming your way soon. So let's get to the nitty-gritties of our compensation plan. There are 8 ways to get paid: retail earnings, new volume bonus, base commissions. We have a savings bonus, an income position bonus, a payline bonus, a matching bonus, and lifestyle credits or business rewards. As you will see some inconsistencies in the way we describe things as we update and standardize. So customers do count. These are our retail earnings, and I think this is the easiest part of any compensation plan for a brand new person to understand. And basically, they buy a product and they sell a product, or they buy a product and they send a customer a link and the customer buys a product. When I originally was doing this, I did this compensation plan for Singapore. So there, the Tahitian noni juice is $55 a bottle and 75 retail. So it will vary different countries because of different import rates and all sorts of things, and shipping that it takes to get to that country. So there are 2 values. It's not consistently the same price in every single country. So we're trying to work on a formula for that. So this is a case where they did allow the customer to have a 15% promo code. Now you, as a brand partner, do not have to offer a discount. You can just retail the product. They can just go to your website and purchase a product. But in this particular case, you can see that they saved $11.25 and you earned $11.25. So that's built in. Click on a link and send it. In Europe, I think they only get 3 links that they can use a month because they like the full profit. In the United States, there's no limit. So it's up to the country on whether they want everybody to be able to share these links or whether they want to limit them. And this is where Partner Co, we partner with our brand partners. And basically the GM and the partner council decides on certain areas of the business of what they feel is best for everybody in their area. And these are usually decisions made by very successful brand partners. Now let's talk about the new volume bonus. Hopefully everybody has it clear about the retail. The new volume bonus. So Plan A is different. So Plan A would be, in this particular case, Korea and Australia and New Zealand, and they're on Plan A. Also, it would be Hong Kong, Taiwan, and China, the United States, and Europe. These countries are all on Plan A. And if you buy an activated pack, then it's 200 PV, the business is 500, the elite is 1,000, and the ultimate is 1,500. And that's the 30%. And this is Plan B, which most of you who are on this call right now are familiar with. So the activate is lower PV. This is the only difference between Plan A and Plan B, is that in certain countries, to make it a little bit easier for you to get started, they've lowered the PV and lowered the price of the package, but given you all the same advantages of those packages. And even if you enrolled in Singapore with an ultimate for 800 PV, if you sign up an ultimate in the United States, you'll get 30% of the 1,500. So it doesn't affect anything else. So these are your goals. And let me show you the money version. So this is the new volume bonus on Plan A. So activate is 200 PV. So you'd get 15%, that's $30. 500 is the business, you'd get 100. Elite is 1,000, you get 250 because it's 25%. And the ultimate, which is what we want everybody to get to in the first 4 Fridays, is $450. Compared to Plan B, where yes, you're paying less for the package, but also it's lowering your new volume bonus. But you know, the difference is $500 in the United States or $450 in the United States is okay, but $240 in Malaysia, for example, is good money. So it all balances out in the long run. So here you can see the $15, the $40, the $100. So the first bonus that you make is going to be your new volume bonus. But what you should know about your sign-up packages, and you can work with your general manager or you can work with your sponsor on this, is you should know the value of the packages that you are promoting. It's not like, oh yeah, you want to be an ultimate. I mean, some people can be very convincing and do that. But I would think other people seriously need to know the value of a package and get excited about the value of a package. And then you will really be able to explain to somebody the difference between, you know, the business or the elite or the ultimate package. And this is another example. Again, we're coming out of Singapore, where they happen to have an ultimate package, which is $1,330 US. We've converted this, and it's close. It's not perfect. And this one is 32 bottles of Tahitian noni juice. Most packages come with a variety of different products if that country has a variety of products. So one bottle of Tahitian noni is $55. The retail is $75. So this package, they immediately started with the ultimate. And there's a lot of advantages of starting with the ultimate. And one is that you are going to get 30% on all your customer. The moment you're ultimate, you're getting 30%. Every time you sign up a package, you're getting 30% as well, even the lower packages. 32 bottles at wholesale is $1,760. 32 at retail is $2,400. So you're going to make your money back no matter what. And you can even make a profit. So it's up to you what you want to do. Maybe you want to consume a few bottles, but you should have a plan, and you should help your new person have a plan and move the products as well. But again, my recommendation to you would be take a look at the packages, do the math, understand why each one of your the benefits, and then you can help share that with your team and they'll really appreciate it. And then of course, if there's a change, work closely with your general managers. And you can always sell to customers. I think that's one of the greatest parts of PartnerCo when I looked at it, is that they had so many customers. So let me show you a build out of your first 4 Fridays. So I was recommended by Oma, who's the head of global customer service, to use the word not month, first 4 weeks. Don't use that. Use first 4 Fridays. So that is the new terminology that I would like everybody to use, that we go your month in it when you start, from the moment you purchase a package, we're looking at the first 4 Fridays. And so, yeah, it'll get short. If it's the Friday that you sign up, that's week 1 basically is almost over. So this is someone who comes in with an ultimate package. And they could purchase an ultimate package, or they could purchase a lower package, and then they could use customer volume in their first 4 Fridays to get to the same 800 PV. So let's say they came in with a 200 PV package. So now they've got till their first 4 Fridays to make up all the other volume, either by going in and making other purchases in their back office, or by customers going and sending them links, or customers going on their website and helping with the PV. Again, I am a big believer that the initial investment in your first 4 Fridays comes from you yourself. You need a store, you need products, you need to promote them, you need to be able to sell them. That is, if you do that, that is probably what the people in your organization will do. They will usually ask you right before they buy their package, so what did you do? How did you start? So you want to think about that. I mean, so you're going to enroll Matt, and you're going to enroll May. May lives in Korea. Matt lives in Singapore. So they're both ultimate, but 2 different PV amounts. And then Matt's going to do the same thing, but I'm actually not going to really talk about who they sponsor right now. And then Len. So the reason there's slightly different colors and then I am an ultimate, so I get 5 lines. And at the moment, I'm about to use 3. So I'm going to sponsor Len under Matt because Len and Matt are friends, but Len is more my friend than Matt. So I'm going to place Len under Matt, but Len is not one of my spots. I'm just enrolling him and helping Matt build out the volume and optimize, because I need a power line and I need pay lines. So at the moment, the one who has the most volume here is going to be this leg right here. Oops, let's go back. So then I enroll May, and May brings in 2, and then I get Kim in Korea, which is great, because I know that that's going to be, and the reason I start a new line is because I know that I've worked with Kim before, or Kim is a great networker, and Kim comes in with an ultimate and they take the business seriously. So I'm starting with 3 lines. You can start with 2 lines. I think most people advise you to start with the 2 lines and trying to keep them balanced. So you're putting people underneath Matt, you're putting people underneath May, you're encouraging Matt to do the same, and Matt's encouraging his team, John and Jen, and May's encouraging Bob and Sally. But your first money usually comes from the new volume bonus. Some people can build with customers, but let's just look at the new volume bonus. So Matt, you got 30% of this because you came as an ultimate. You are getting 30% of everything. Well, these are all ultimates. Maybe not a good, Len here, that one, the $500 one. If you have not come as an ultimate, you might make a little bit less off Len. So this 30% is a great way for you to kick off your business and make some money. And honestly, in the world of network marketing, in your first 4 weeks to make $1,290 is a great amount of money. It's wonderful. And it also should prove to someone that this works. And all they did was enroll 4 people. And they did what they did. So because they came as an ultimate, it was easy to talk to the other ones as ultimates too, but ultimately it's going to be the choice. Len's part-time, maybe Matt's full-time, May's full-time. May is more ambitious than Len is, Len, just really wants to get the great product. You don't know. But you could have done your ultimate with customers or without them. So this is this level. Let's take a look at how base commissions work. So with base commissions, again, you want to build the 2 lines, and one of them is going to become your power line. So when we talk about pay lines, we talk about you need 2 pay lines. One of them will be the power line, which means the pay line volume cycles in to the power line. So this is the case where somebody they had 1,000 in the pay line. They had 2,000 in the power line. So they will get 15% of the 1,000. And that's how that works. So let's take a look at week 5 using the build out. This is you. You're an ultimate, as you know, and you've qualified. You've done either 100 PV of customer volume, or you are on auto delivery, which would be the preferable way to build the business. You have your power line, you have your pay line. And here's Matt and May making now they are on their 5th week. So they're going to have an auto delivery. And this is their team who knows, they're in the United States building packages with, the drops, or they're doing really well, retailing Tahitian noni juice, or they've got other products that they love as well. Hopefully we can build this all out and you can see how this works. So this is your pay line. Your power line, it could switch. If this line ever has more volume than this will become your power line. So you can see here where you've got 1,200 PV, which is adding up Matt's 100, 400, 500, 200. And this side, you've got 500, 200, 100. So this, in your base commission, totals 800 PV. Times 15% is $120. This is a week. Remember, we pay weekly. So that's about $480 a month. You've almost got people at that magic number, $500, which is like pretty standard in our industry for people staying with you, feeling successful, and knowing they can do more. And because you're building as a binary in this particular situation, there's carryover. So this is 1,200 minus 800. 400 will carry over to the next week. So this, I need you to pay attention to this, because if you build it with a multi-line, it switches the carryover. But if you build it as a binary, there's usually carryover to the next week. Now we're going to build this using another line with 3 pay lines. Let me build it all out and see what people are purchasing. It's the 2nd week. I mean, the 5th week in the business. And this is where line 3, which is Kim from Korea, she's doing 1,000 PV in sales, and that could be her and her customers. So just because you see somebody here with 500, that's John combined with his customers, Jen combined with her customers, et cetera, et cetera. So this is how the 3 pay lines work. So this is 1,000 times 15 is 150. This is the 800 times 15. That's the 120. So that's how you get $270 with the 3 pay lines, because this is your power line. However, there's no carryover, but if you added the 800 and the 1,000, that's 1,800, which is way more than the 1,200. But the company doesn't want you to go into the negative. So it allows you to get the 15% of the extra 800. So I'm going to let you digest that one again. If it was a binary, there would probably be some carryover, but it's not. And you've got 2 pay lines that are cycling into 1 power line. These added together are 1,800, but you're only going to minus out here 1,800. So there's really going to be a negative. So it's amazing that we let you have the negative. You get the 15%, but it will go to 0 on your power line. And then everything will start again with the purchases that people make, on week 9 or 10, which will be the next time that you cycle through auto deliveries or the next qualification period. So this is your pay line 3. The goal of your pay lines is to reach 13,334. So you can have 3 pay lines that you're working on, and you will learn a little bit more about why that goal is so important. And you can see here as well the 2,500 very clearly. And the power line is 2,000, but you're getting the 375 in base commissions, which is extraordinarily generous. It's not adding, it's just going to go to 0 with your carryover, but that's okay because you're making the money that week. That's 375 in 1 week. You can times that by 4. You can see what your paycheck would be for that month. So here's the goal, 13,334. So the max a power line can ever be is 13,334. And then that's it. It's cut off at 2,000. But then the new lines come in or re-entries come in. And so your goal is each person that you bring in, you want to build out that leg to be 13,334. You don't just enroll someone and say, off you go, go and pull. I mean, if you happen to enroll someone who's very independent and can do that, aren't you lucky? Most people have to work with them. They have to do meetings. They say, I'm going to be in your area on Thursday, set up 2 meetings. We'll meet with your people. We'll help onboard them. That's what I see the successful leaders doing, working with their teams. They are not alone. They're working together. So when you get a new brand partner, you work with that new brand partner to help them be successful either in customer sales or in building the business, which means you're trying to help people optimize. And as they're growing to the 13,334 weekly, obviously they're making their 15%. So it's not that it waits and then it pays you. It pays weekly, the volume goes away. But if people are on auto delivery, or if they're understand that their customer volume is going to help qualify them every month, this is going to get you there that much faster. And it builds, right? You bring in 2 people, they bring in 2 people, now you got 4 in your second line. Who bring in 2 people, now you've got 8. This is the duplication process. So your goal is that. We have auto balancing that takes place. So the way the auto balancing takes place is that when you have customers, when you meet your 100 PV, again, I'm a great proponent of auto delivery because it guarantees you got that 100 PV. For many things, it opens the door to loyalty shopping, but it also immediately means that any volume that comes in from your customers on top of that will get auto balanced. And auto balance is something that is unique to PartnerCo, where if you have in a week $500 of customer volume and you're already qualified, you've got your 100 PV, you're on auto delivery, it's never a question. Then the system picks up that 500 and they're looking at each one of your lines and they're saying, well, this line is at 12,000. And this one's optimized and this one's optimized, but this one's at 12,000. It's going to drop the 500 PV there because that's where it's going to give you the maximum payout. So it's a pretty smart way of having this auto balancing. But again, when you're talking to people about the business and they want to know, we got this multi-line 50-50 split commission auto balancing. So it's another nice perk for the PartnerCo compensation plan. I think most of you understand about the savings bonus. To me, it's one of the most fun parts where you're presenting the compensation plan as part of the opportunity PowerPoint. It's where you can ask people, if you had $10,000, what would you do with that money? And you walk around the audience and you ask them, and it lets people dream a little bit. Or, some people would invest, some people it's not nearly enough. They'd be through that in a week. But for most people, I think $10,000 is a good enough amount. But the other part about the savings bonus is it happens when they are making $250 a week in commissions, in baseline commissions. So that's the 15% times whatever, that equals over $250. So then we will give them 15% extra into a savings account. So this isn't their commissions, it's extra that the company's giving someone. So we pulled it aside. So if you are making $230 a week, why would you not do a little bit extra to get to $250 in commissions? So you can see now from some of the promotions that we're running is our promotions are targeting you earning $250 a week in commissions because we want you to start building a savings account. We want the people in your organization to start building a savings account. And you cannot access that savings account till it's $10,000. That's the magic number. But we also know that every time you log into your back office, you will see your savings account number. And if you're at $5,000, I doubt any of your people are going to go anywhere till they can make the $10,000 and make the check. And by that time, the business should be pretty much churning over with it should get less work. As you get bigger in a company like Partnerco, it should be less work for you each week. At the beginning, it's a lot more work because you're helping build people. You're helping your people be successful. And some people thrive on this. It's exciting. It's really exciting building a new person. Other people, the only way you're going to get really good at what you do is building a lot of pay lines. The more pay lines you build for the people in your organization, that's a lot of presentations. That's a lot of talking about the comp plan. This is how you become an expert. You log into your back office, you go, where did this $100 come from? Ah, I get it. So you do learn a lot from figuring out where the money came from. But this savings and bonus is important. So I want you to go back and look at your leaders in your organization and see how many of them are close to making $250 a week? What would be the difference if they suddenly got an extra 15% is a lot. If they got that extra 15% that goes in that savings and bonus, and it just sits there. If the next week they don't make it, it's okay. They don't lose the 15%. It's extra that we give you. So when we say generous compensation plan, don't leave money on the table. Maximize it. Have goals for your team. Figure out what they need to do to make that $250 in commissions a week. That's $1,000 a month. That's a pretty good income. If you want your leaders to stay with you, your leaders need to be making money because a lot of people have to pay. They have to live. So I would rather have them invest their time and focus in my business than to be distracted having to go to a regular job, which is what they don't want because that's why they joined you in the first place. So there is a cutoff at $500 a week. So we will give you an extra 15% up to $500 a week. But that's still $500 extra a week is great. That's $2,000 a month. So don't leave that on the table. Work with your team and see what you can do as a good goal to help the people in your organization make $250 a week and eventually hit those $10,000 checks. And when you get the first $10,000 check, then you will just get the cash each week up to $500. Now, the mysterious income position bonus. So there is two bonuses. We're going to talk about the income position bonus and the pay line bonus. So as I'm describing the income position, you might not understand it. You might think it's a pay line. So there is a difference between these two. So first of all, you will get 2%, and they're both global, off the global PV. So in this particular example, they're saying that each income position averages $200 a share. So in order to do this, you would need to have two pay lines optimized. So that's one is your power line, one is a pay line. Those are both optimized at $13,334. So you're making $2,000 at least in commissions, and you're going to get two shares. So then this pay line is going to give you a re-entry position. So there is a difference between a pay line and a re-entry position. You can only get a re-entry position if you have optimized an income position. So every time you optimize a pay line, once you've got a power line, you will get a re-entry. If you go and build that re-entry, that means that re-entry position has a power line and it has a pay line. That's how you get more shares in the income position. So Payline optimized, Powerline optimized is your first shares in this pool. The Payline is going to kick out a re-entry position that you're going to call customer service at the moment or your general manager, and they are going to help you decide where you want to place it. Once a re-entry is placed, you can't move it. So think about where you want your re-entry. And then you go to work and you help this re-entry build out, because the difference between one optimized, and two optimized is a lot of money. So re-entries are important to you, and you usually need to place them at the bottom of the tree that created the re-entry position, of the pay line that created the re-entry position. So this is part of our income positions and maxing it. And again, if you have questions and you need more details about our bonus pools, you can write it in the chat, or we can follow up, or you can ask your general manager, or you can ask, some of you have very, very well-versed sponsors. You can ask your sponsor. So re-entry positions are available once the power line and the pay line reach 13,334 in the same commission week. So that's important to know. Beyond earning another pay line, the first time specific pay line is optimized from the vast majority of volume from members and brand partners. The brand partner is also eligible for another income position. This income position is called a re-entry, and there's unlimited potential. By the way, every time you optimize a new pay line, you are going to get a re-entry, and there's no limit to you being able to maximize those re-entries, build them out. What you do want to do is you want to make sure that when you build a pay line or a re-entry, that these people are active and it's not building it once and it all falls apart. What you want is consistent volume. So this is why auto delivery is important. In your calculus, if somebody's on an auto delivery, then you can say, okay, in their 5th week, this volume is coming in, which is going to help, whether you've placed them underneath people and the volume flows up, or whether you've gone sideline, and then this is going to help with that 13,334. A re-entry is not the same as a pay line position that you earn. You earn it with your entry, that that when you buy a package, when you start, they will give you 2 positions, or they will give you 3, or they will give you 4, or they will give you 5 if you come in as ultimate. That is a pay line position. And you choose who you want to put in your pay line positions, and you may start with 2 and then add a 3rd. The re-entry happens when a pay line is optimized. That means you have to have 13,334 in a power line in order to optimize 13,334 in a pay line. When that is optimized, you will be given a re-entry position, and that is the IP pool. It is built off you optimizing re-entry positions. But we also have a pay line bonus. So the pay line bonus happens every time you optimize a pay line, and this is unlimited depth, unlimited width. There's, that every time this is easier for all of you to understand. Every time you optimize a new pay line, you're going to get shares, and every time a pay line optimizes during the week, it's going to equal more shares in the bonus pool. So this is probably the first thing that you'll do. But the reason we talk about the re-entry first is because the very first time you optimize one of your pay lines, you're going to make a bonus, but you're also going to get a re-entry position. And you need to know what to do with that re-entry position, which is decide where you want to place it, call customer service, and then go to work maximizing that re-entry position. Then we have a matching bonus, and this helps a lot of people. I was talking to a couple of our general managers, and they were telling me that when you purchase an ultimate right now, it comes with the added level of gold. So you can see here that if you start as gold by buying an ultimate package or going ultimate in your first 4 Fridays, you will get 3 levels of matching bonus. And matching bonus means you're going to get additional commissions on top. So every time I enroll someone who makes baseline commissions that personally enrolled by me, that's my level 1, I'm going to make 15%. And the people who they enroll is my second level, I'm going to make 10%. And I'll show you a little bit more detail on how that works. But matching bonuses are extremely powerful, and they're extra money for you. Again, if you're not getting matches, you want to figure out what is it that you need to do in order to earn a match. Do we need to run a promo in your country? Do you need to talk to your general manager? Is there a promotion right now that's happening? But you're trying to make the people who you enroll be successful. You're trying to help your new prospects go from 0 to 60 in the shortest time as possible. Because the more money people can make quicker, the more they will put back into the business for more products, and the more they will share with friends about the success of the business. So making sure that you have your plan and your onboarding plan is important. So going for the gold means that when you first start, if you don't come in as an ultimate, you can still reach the gold status by enrolling for people. And these could be for customers with 100 PV, or they could be for brand partners with over 100 PV. So you need to reach the ultimate business level. And you need to sell to these 4 different people who do the 100 PV. So how do you get to the ultimate if you don't come in as an ultimate? Customer volume. So your customer volume will go straight in your first 4 Fridays, will go straight to you and your qualifications. After that, you can enroll customers and you'll make 30% of any of their purchases. So when you first start, make sure you have a plan to go gold. So the reason I'm going to show you how the match works is because everything else in the way of commissions is based on PV. This is based on commissions. So Matt has made $400 in this example from his base commissions. May, $800 from her base commissions, and Payline 3, $200. Underneath them, Matt's enrollees have made 200 May's. So you can see that you're now being paid off baseline commissions. So Matt's baseline commissions, and that's how you get paid on your matching bonus. And level 3, you get 5%. And then there's other ways you can look at achieving different titles. And then you can go down to 7 levels of matching bonus. So it's pretty lucrative, because if you look at the structure of your organization, you enrolled Matt, May, and Payline 3. They enrolled 2, who enrolled 4, who enrolled 8, and it just gets wider and wider and wider. So often it looks like it's sort of a big egg, and the big amount of money is in the middle if you're building it out. We also have dynamic compression that goes with the matching bonus. So with the matching bonus, it allows for the removal of any commission ineligible brand partner from the sponsor tree. So in this particular case, if Matt did not purchase 1 week, if he was not 1 month, if he was not commission eligible, then the second level is going to roll up, and that's going to be my first level, and I will make 15%. So dynamic compression is important. And the reason I'm sharing that with you is because people coming in from other companies like dynamic compression, and they want to know about it. But again, it's on the matching bonus. So the result is that all BPs move up 1 generation in sponsorship. Removing and reinstating a BP occurs on a weekly basis, depending on the commission eligibility. Lifestyle credits. So there are 9 ways to earn lifestyle credits, and many of you have promotions going on right now. This is a whole separate training, and I will get Jason Sheen to join me in the future on a training on lifestyle credits. Right now, I just wanted you to see the 9 ways. In your Share app, there is a PDF that explains how to earn lifestyle credits that you will earn from Payline volume growth. I think it's like 5,000, acquiring new preferred customers and brand partners, achieving your business level, ordering products each cycle, duplication, the power of 4, you get 4 in your first 8 weeks, That also triggers lifestyle credits, advancing your title, earning your title, completing partner code tips and trainings, power ranking. So these are ways that you can earn that. So lifestyle credits are the currency for adventure. And we've had some great adventures. We went to Phuket, we went to Bali, Indonesia, and I know that there's been some great directors classes. And I think that Australia is on the way to Koh Samui in Vietnam. And a lot of that is earned through lifestyle credits. So auto delivery. Auto delivery is important for your business because of what I've just explained to you, but there's also a few other perks. One of them is loyalty shopping. And I'm going to talk about loyalty shopping, but loyalty shopping doesn't happen until your first auto delivery or your first requalification happens. So after your first 4 Fridays, the moment that you place your 100 PV or a customer has that, you then have access to loyalty shopping, which means that they can decide by country. Some countries have them, some don't. But this is where we add some discounted products and you can have access to those. We also work some of them, we give free gifts or we give free products when you have your third auto delivery. Again, it varies country to country. So you need to check with your general manager or your country manager just to see what are the benefits of auto delivery. If a customer is on auto delivery, they will get a 15% discount. So that is important to share. And also you should just be an example. If you're building a business and you're a leader, then it just should be the auto delivery because you're trying to calculate volume coming in to optimize your pay lines or your reentry positions. And one way to do that is by the amount of people on auto delivery. So there are several benefits of auto delivery. Subscribing to products allows customers and brand partners to receive them on a regular basis. So sometimes when you subscribe, you actually place a lower order than if you go on the website and you just say, oh, I want this, I want that, oh, I want that too. You're going to spend more money. It saves time and it saves money. Knowing when the products will arrive. I mean, who wants to run out of, if you're used to drinking 30 milliliters of Tahitian noni juice, and you all know what I'm talking about, first thing when you wake up in the morning is you have your Tahitian noni. It keeps the body regular. It keeps you phenomenal. You run out of noni, you don't have your same old energy or your old self. So you want to make sure you've always got product coming in. Or maybe you're supplying people and they're buying product from you. Auto delivery provides more personalized shopping experience. So you can change it as long as you do this before the auto delivery goes out. Sustainability. So if you're building a business to be sustainable, it's got to be a part of your process. It's got to be a part of your onboarding. By subscribing to products that are delivered at regular intervals, customers can reduce the need for multiple deliveries, thereby helping to lower their carbon footprint. And sometimes we run out of product, but we always usually keep product for auto delivery. So it's the best way to be guaranteed that you're going to get your product. Loyalty shopping. This is access granted after your first auto delivery or 100 PV after your 4th Friday. When you are active commission qualified, you can unlock for a limited time these discounted products. And when do you get paid? So unlike most companies, American companies anyway, that trigger a qualification period off where their state is and their time, this is regional around the world. So it's always going to be on Friday, you know. So it's going to, the qualification period is midnight Saturday to midnight Friday, your time zone. Subscription runs on Saturday, commissions run on Tuesday, and are paid on Friday for the previous week. So this is the time you can mark your calendars, and it's an exciting time for you to check your commissions and see what you made. So that is our first review of our compensation plan. I hope that for many of you, you took some notes and you're deciding, where can I learn more information, or I want to now build, or I've had a re-entry sitting there for the last 6 months. Maybe you should build it out and do something about it because it's going to offer you more shares in the pool. But whatever happens with a compensation plan is you have to work it. People don't always stay. People, get in, they're enthusiastic, they don't make money. So having a plan on how you can make your people money will help keep them in. You really understanding your products and the business and how you want to build, obviously, is going to make you confident when you're talking to new people. We are going to do a lot of training and a lot of educating to help people become experts and understand what they're doing. And we're also going to create some more tools that's going to enable you to be able to sit down and talk to people and make them the expert as well. So I very much appreciate everybody's time. I'm going to stop sharing right now for being here with us today. And I think that I will end the call because I don't think we have time to open it up for lots of different questions. But I just hope that there was enough there for you to think, wow, there's a whole side of this business that I haven't accessed. Or maybe I need to pay more attention to auto delivery. There's a lot of money on the table that PartnerCo will give you, and it's exciting. All I want to do is see all of you make great commission checks, because if you are doing well, the company will do well. We are already doing better than a region. There's a reason why people are saying, who is PartnerCo? What is PartnerCo doing? And our job is to really promote PartnerCo, all of our amazing products, our amazing compensation plan, because we have this massive base and we are going to be the size of a big castle very, very soon. And I hope that you're all part of that. I want to thank you all for joining us this morning, and we will have more trainings. And please send any of your comments to your general managers, and we will answer questions that you may have. Thank you so much.